and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to do a mukbang slash talking about this. Neither of this is sponsored, by the way. Unfortunately, none of my videos ever are. Not that it matters. So this is the Blossom Cup, and this is candy from Sweet Mama Co. I've actually had this candy a lot. It's pretty bomb. So you can see it's all right here. So my mouth is watering. Okay, let me start off with my favorite. One of my favorites are gummy worms. I've always liked gummy worms before, so I'm gonna rate this a 9.5 out of 10. I still don't know what this candy is. It kind of acts like, oh God, it's like gum, but it's not gum. That's probably my least favorite. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10. It tastes like gum that dissolves. I've always liked this at the candy store. So this one is the Sour Belts. I'm gonna rate this probably a 7.6 out of 10. All right, let me eat one more and then let's talk about the Blossom Cup, because that's really why we're here. Lifesavers, I actually really like Lifesavers naturally. These are the gummies. I feel like these are good because it kind of tastes like the peach rings, however, it doesn't have sugar on it. So it balances out really well. Okay. I did not bring a napkin. So, sorry. And side note, I bought one because this is brand new. I really did not want to be showing my used Blossom Cup off. I think that would make a lot of people feel a little bit weird, including myself. So this is a brand new one that I opened from Amazon. It has a little bit of the spice on it. So right here, so you order a Blossom Cup. There's so many different kinds, by the way. I just have a Blossom Cup because that's what I bought. Oh, someone's here, BRB. Okay, where was I? So again, Blossom Cup, I just took it out. So this, just to give a little refresher, is called a period cup. There are so many different brands. Again, this is just the one that I got. This is a size small. It comes small, medium, large. I also have a small. People always, okay, well, let me answer these questions first. But yeah, this is how it looks. So this is the consistency. And again, this is brand new. This does go in your vagina and it's really great. So if you are on your period, then it's great. Okay, so let me answer, and it comes with this little baggie too. Do you have to remove it and these are all questions that somebody asked me. I mean, that my Instagram followers asked me about it. So do you have to remove it every time you use the restroom? It depends. If you go number 1, you do not have to. If you go number 2, you probably should, but even then you don't have to, because as you guys know, number 1 and number 2 are different holes. So yeah, okay. So after I finish that question, let me eat another one. So, ooh, I love gummy bears. So I'm gonna eat this gummy bear, and this is a gummy bear. I love gummy bears. I love gummy bears and gummy worms. So I'm gonna rate this a 9.8 out of 10. I've never been a big fan of Sour Patch or these watermelons. I don't like this consistency, but I'm gonna rate that a 7 out of 10. Because honestly, it's just my preference. I've never really liked these watermelon candies. I've always liked gummy bears and gummy worms. Okay. How do you know which size? That's actually a really good question because I don't know. So I have a small just simply because that is what I got, honestly. I just figured I'd be a small. However, keep in mind that they do have small, medium, large. I think it depends on like how many kids you've had, just the natural size of your vagina, and also just simply your blood flow too. I think that makes a difference as well. So there is actually like a size chart, I think, on Amazon. So just look through that, okay? What is a trick if you have a hard time getting a grip at the end of the pool? Actually, I taught myself this trick. So it comes like this. So it comes with like a little string right here. However, also too, what I do is keep in mind that this like kind of suctions in. So I break the suction. And once I break the suction, it just comes right out. Okay. How do you put it in? Okay, so how you put it in, this is actually, it's kind of just trial and error in all honesty. I've had a lot of people say like, oh, I was putting it in. However, it's really uncomfortable. Chances are they probably put it in wrong. Just like if a tampon is uncomfortable, probably chances are you put it in wrong. So what I like to do, you kind of shape it like a C and you fold it in like, oh, it looks like a heart or a pretzel. And then you put it like this and then you swoop it in. And then once you do that, it should pretty much suction into those walls of the vagina. So right here. So just kind of, again, see, fold it and then this and just slip it in right here. And then sometimes people are like, my vagina is too small for this or something like that. Trust me when I say it will fit, you know, the average, I would say most likely menstruating woman. So this is much smaller than some other things. Have you experienced any leakage? So leakage wise, I have, because usually on the first day I'm not that heavy and the second day I'm pretty heavy and then the third day it's like pretty much over my period, but my period tends to be lighter. However, I will say a lot of my friends that have heavier periods, what they sometimes do is they know they're going to be heavy, they put a panty liner underneath it. And that's what I used to do too with tampons. But most of the time it doesn't leak. It usually only leaks if it's again on that second day and I'm just not really taking it out as much, or if it's just really, really heavy. So just put a little panty liner and that helps. On that note, let me eat a little bit more. Okay, so these are Gushers. So I'm not a big fan of Gushers. However, like my friend who loves these candies and is a big fan of Gushers, they're her favorite. I'm gonna rate that an 8.2 out of 10. Even though Gushers aren't my favorite, something about that Gush and the chamoy is just perfect. Skittles. Skittles are one of my favorite candies too. It's funny because even though Skittles are one of my favorite, I don't love this combination together because I think it's too hard. So I like it with the softer candies. What is this? I've never seen this candy before in my life. Looks like a dried pineapple. Well, I have no idea what that candy is. I have no idea what that candy is, but it's freaking spicy. Oh my god, it's so spicy. I don't even know what that candy is, but if you like spice, I think it has some pineapple in it. I'm gonna rate that probably a 6 out of 10. How do you wash it when you take it out of the, and the person did a little cat emoji, so I thought that was funny. How do you wash it when you take it out of the vagina? So there's a few different ways. You can wash it in the sink or you can wash it in the shower. So I usually wash it in the shower. So that's how I wash it. So I either wash it in the shower, so after I take it at the end of the day when I shower, so I'm a night showerer, what I do is I take it out and I give it a pretty thorough rinse and I just use my body wash to wash it. Okay, but honestly, you can just wash it with just water. You know, I just wash it really well and then stick it back in. Okay? Can you feel it inside? Honestly, at first, I think I was able to. However, or also again, if it's not in the right, like, if you don't have the right suction, you will probably feel it. But for me now, I'm pretty good at it, so I don't really feel it. So, yeah. Is it good for super heavy periods? Yes, that's why actually so many people transition over to this because people do say it helps with periods. And again, this is a size small. However, there is medium and larges as well. How many times a day do you have to empty it? Kind of just depends on you and your flow. I would probably recommend emptying it at least once a day. Again, depends on the flow. But the average person probably twice a day, I would say. I could probably get away with doing just once or twice a day though, especially on day 2. But that is again how light I am. Some people are a lot heavier. Do you sleep with it? Oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. When you go to sleep, when I used to go to sleep, I always wore a pad instead of a tampon because, you know, they say not to wear tampons while you sleep. When I sleep with this, honestly, I sleep so well. I'm very passionate about it when you sleep because before with a pad, you can feel the period just kind of coming out. But with this, like, you really can't. So I sleep so well with this inside me when I'm on my period, because really you sleep like a baby. Whereas if you have a pad in you, you can kind of feel it coming out. Sometimes the pad slips, you like stay in the bed, but this is really good. So I recommend this. Next, let me try, this is the, what is this called?
The string thing?
The string. This one's a really popular one. I like it. It's not my favorite. I'd probably rate it probably like a 7.9. I've never had this one before. This one's like a strawberry one. It's a lot of chewing. Not bad. Not my favorite. I'd probably rate it a 4.8 out of 10. Ooh, my mouth's on fire. This is mild, but they do have mild, medium. I'm sorry, this is medium, but they have mild, medium, and triple X. Triple X is super spicy. So FYI. This I think is mango, actually. I love mango, so. Explosion of flavors in your mouth. It's funky, but I would probably rate it like a 8.2 out of 10. If you like mango, you'll like this, but weirdly, because I like mango and I didn't love it, so I'm not sure actually. It was funky. It had like juices inside of it as well, so I found that really interesting. Is it messy when you take it out? Honestly, as long as you get that good grip on it, it's pretty okay. Sometimes you can get a little blood on your fingers, but the same thing happens with tampon as well, and pad. So that's just part of being a woman. You are gonna get a little bit of your blood on you, but I mean, again, that's just part of it. That's part of life, so totally fine. That note too, how do you take it out in public? So I actually try not to take it out in public, quite simply because I just don't like to. However, you can literally use a public restroom, okay, and let's say we're at like Target and you're in one stall and you have the public sinks. What I would recommend to do is take it out, dump it out in the toilet, and then put it back in. And then, yeah, that's what I would probably recommend to do. And then open your door with the other hand and then wash your hands. That's what I would do. I wouldn't wash it in the public sink. That's just me personally. But if you, sometimes you can leave it in as well. So it just kind of depends on where you're working, where you are, how badly it's like needs to be dumped out and all that. Have you tried any period underwear? No, I haven't, and I definitely want to try it because I keep seeing ads pop up on my Instagram and my Facebook. So I am totally down to try period underwear. It sounds incredible. It just so happens that I've tried this and I've always liked it. So that's why I'm talking about this, but I will try it and maybe I'll do a video about it. Can you be intimate at the same time that it's inside? I actually got that question quite a bit. No, you cannot. I mean, yes, you cannot. I mean, you can, but you shouldn't. I don't know. I probably would not be intimate with this inside me. Is it good for the body? I honestly think this is way better for the body than pads or tampons. Pads or tampons are usually made with cotton and who knows what else. So I think long term, especially like putting a tampon in, I, at this point in my life, would personally not use tampon ever again unless I was in dire need of one, quite simply because I don't know, the thought of putting that and with all like that funky potential stuff in it, the more I learn, also the more I want to just try to be as like natural as possible. So I feel like this is pretty natural. It's medical grade silicone, so I think it's totally fine. You just wash it, store it, use it for next month. Is it noticeable if you are wearing one? Actually, on that note, I don't know. I mean, you can't see anything, so it's definitely not Does it ever get stuck? It has never gotten stuck for me. Once you just get used to it and break that suction, it should come right out. Okay, on that note, I'm almost done with this. These I think are gummy worms. These are the ones that don't have the sugar. Oh no, oh I've had these before. These are the Haribo snakes. Luke loves these. It's very chewy. I think that was my least favorite. I would give this like a 2 out of 10. It's chewy and the flavors don't match. It's very chewy. Kind of tastes like cinnamon. I love peach rings. I'm trying to speed this video up. I feel like I'm getting a cavity. Does it ever fall out? It has never fallen out for me. If you put it in correctly, it should not fall out. It should, again, have that little suction to you. What made you decide to use this? So actually, honestly, I just started really not getting into tampons, and I saw this, tried it out, and I love it. Tampons are so bad for the environment. Pads are too, actually. We use so much plastic. So I think by having this, you can use it for up to 5 years, probably even longer if you wanted to. It's just so much better for the environment. In my opinion, it's so much better for the body. People actually report having less cramps on this too. I don't really cramp up too much, but I think this is really good. Again, it's just more eco-friendly as well. So that's some of the things that made me convert over to this, and I love it. Anytime somebody mentions their period to me, I immediately ask them if they use a cup or what they use for period protection. And the last question is, how do you like it? I love it. Obviously, if I didn't love it, I can honestly say I would not be vouching for it, because I have tried this for years now and I really heavily vouch for it. I think that it will transform your period. So if you haven't tried it and you're still on tampons and pads, I do heavily recommend try it because you will love it. Next, I will eat my favorite as the last, okay. My last one, the the gummy worms, and so good. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys like this. I think it was very random. I'll be honest, this is the Blossom Cup. I will thoroughly clean it and then use it for me next month. So thank you for watching. Bye.